Okay, so welcome everybody to this cold Friday afternoon, and I invite you to enjoy this next hour of stretching and moving, and make sure that you do what's appropriate for yourself. So if I guide you in anything that doesn't feel right for you, you're welcome to skip it or to modify in any way that makes it feel a little better. Never strain or force anything. If you notice you're holding your breath, then that's kind of a clue that you might be working a little too hard. So you want to be able to breathe fully in and out. And if your nose is not stuffed, breathe through your nose, both in and out. That just is a yogic technique as opposed to a lot of other exercises that tell you to breathe out through the mouth. Okay, so whenever you can remember, breathing through the nose, take a few nice deep breaths now and just check in with yourself, see how you're feeling today. And let go of whatever was going on in your day before we begin this class. And allow yourself to really be fully present. So another important point of yoga is to bring your attention to what you're doing, not just mindlessly go through the actions. So sit up tall in your chair, make sure your feet are rooted. You should be on a stable chair, not anything that's rolling. And then gently circle your shoulders. Good, and pause for a moment and lift and lower your chin. And just feel how that affects your neck. You feel the stretch in the front of the neck when you tilt up, and a stretch in the back of the neck when you come forward. Next time you come forward, pause there, bring one hand to the base of your skull, and imagine lifting the base of your skull up into your hand, up towards the ceiling, and then just letting your head rest back into your hand rather than picking your chin up here. So that should bring your head into a good alignment over your shoulders, and then turn your face side to side. Let your head return to center. Keep facing the center, but tilt your left ear towards your left shoulder. And you may want to also stretch your right arm down alongside your chair. Feel your breath here. And then gently pivoting your chin towards the floor, keeping your ear to the side. Feel how that changes the stretch in the neck. And then pivoting up towards the ceiling. And bring your head back to center. Your arm can relax. Circle your shoulders a few times. And we'll do the other side. So left ear to the side, facing forward, so you're just at a slant. Left hand rather can stretch down along the side of your chair. Breathe, reach through the fingertips if your arm is extended. Keep the breath flowing smoothly. And then pivot, turning your nose a little bit more towards the floor. And then nose a little bit more towards the ceiling. And as you release the head and the arm, circle your shoulders again a few times as I move to my other seat. So take a moment, sitting tall here. Try to move a little bit away from the chair back so that you have space between the back of your chair and the back of your waist. Okay? As we do our cat and cow stretches, we want to move the spine into a rounding and arching. So with your next exhale, think of drawing your tail underneath and drawing your navel back towards the back of the chair. So you make a bit of a C curve with your low back. And then sit up tall and tilt forward, drawing your shoulders back. You can keep your hands resting in your thighs and just lift your chest. You can lift your head a little bit, but don't overdo the tilting of your head back. And then come to center. So we'll alternate that rounding and arching. Rounding back and lifting the chest, arching, shoulder blades hugging in. Let's do a couple more of those. Rounding back and arching up. One more time, rounding back and arching up. And then back to center. Holding the left side of your chair with your hand, let's sweep the right arm up towards the ceiling. And while it's up there, just circle at the wrist. And then circle the other way. But try to keep your shoulder relaxed. Don't pull your shoulder up towards your ears, but just extend your arm fully. Bring it as close to your ear as you're able to, and then a little reaching overhead. So you're on a slant, right? You're lengthening out through your fingertips and rooting down into that right sit bone. Feel a stretch up and down from your waist. And then release. The other side. So lifting the left arm, just start by circling the wrist and reversing the circles. And then gently extending the arm fully, palm is facing your head. Try to keep the shoulder relaxed. And as you bring the arm closer to your ear, if you're able to, don't let the arm come in front of your face. Reach overhead a little bit so that you're on a slant. Root down through that left sit bone as you reach through the left fingertips. Full deep breath. And gently coming back to center. Circle your shoulders a few times once again while I let one last person into the class. Okay. So getting ready now for a twist of the spine. I like to bring the legs close together to help keep the lower body stable as we revolve the upper body. So your right hand can slide back, left hand can come across the right knee, lift up through your chest, lift up through the ribs, and then gently turn your waist, your chest, and finally your head. Back over your shoulder, breathe. And gently unwind. Let's go the other way. Left hand sliding back, right hand across the left leg. Lift up through the chest and then turn waist, chest, head to the left and breathe. And slowly unwind. As you come to center, walk your feet out a little bit wider than the chair. Rock forward on your sit bone. So you're kind of tilting without rounding the back, right? You're just hinging at right here at the thigh, top of the thigh where it meets the pelvis. Just feel what that's like. And then we'll add a little twist here. So tilting forward, bring your right shoulder in and maybe even down, kind of towards the midline of your body. And then come on up and do the other side. Left shoulder, tilting in and coming up. First side again. Right shoulder tilts inward and coming up. And then left shoulder tilting in and coming up. Breath. And then we'll begin with our seated sun salutation. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia and your doctor doesn't recommend that you round the spine, bring your head below the level of your heart, you can always just stay in this half forward bend with a long spine. Okay. That's an option. We'll meet there anyhow as we come out of the forward bend. So let's bring the palms together in front of your heart. Take a nice deep breath in and let it out. Moving with your breath, inhale, sweep up with the arms. Exhale, gently fold forward, bowing if you wish. Inhale, let's meet in that flat spine. And then exhale, just relax your head and neck. And as you inhale, move down through the feet, reach the arms overhead, and exhale, palms down to your heart. Breath in, repeating just that part, inhaling, arms reach up, exhale to bow forward. Inhale, long spine, exhale, relax head and neck. Inhale all the way up, exhale, palms to heart. Full breath in and out, moving to the next piece. We'll bring the arms to cactus. Exhale, tilt to one side, inhale up. Tilt the other way, inhale up. Twist, inhale, center. Twist the other way, inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in. Two pieces together. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, soften head and neck. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, tilt. Inhale up. And tilt. Inhale up. Twist. Inhale, center, and twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in. Once again, from the beginning, inhaling up. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, tilt. Inhale up and tilt. Inhale up. Twist. Inhale, center and twist. Inhale, center. Hands to heart. Full breath in. Moving to the next piece. Inhale the right arm up, back of the left hand, inside the left leg. Slide the left hand along your leg. Right? Using your arm against your leg to help you twist and look up. And inhale, rising up, switch the arms. Exhale, right hand sliding down, arm against leg to help you twist and look up. Inhale, both arms reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in and out. Remember, do only as much as it's right for you. Let's inhale up. Starting from the beginning, bow forward as you exhale. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, soften head and neck. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, tilt. Inhale, up. And tilt. Inhale, up. Twist. Inhale, center. And twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, right arm up, back of the left hand down. Slide against the leg as you look up. Inhale, switch the arms. Other side sliding down, look up. Inhale, both arms stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in. Once again from the beginning. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, tilt. Inhale up and tilt. Inhale up. Twist. Inhale, center and twist. Inhale, center, hands to heart. Inhale, right arm up, back of the left hand down, slide down the leg and you look up. Inhale, come up, switch the arms. Other side slides down, looking up. Inhale, both arms stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in and out. Let's repeat that last section one more time. Inhaling, right arm up, back of the left hand down. Twist as you look up. Inhale, coming up, switch the arms. Other side slides down. Inhale, both arms stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. One last big breath in, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, open the arms, float them out to the side and gently lower them down. As your hands come down, you can walk your feet back in. If you need a little rest, then scoop yourself back in your chair so that your whole back can be supported by the chair behind you. And just pause. Let your breath slow down a little bit. Relax your jaw. So maybe move your mouth a little bit. Make chewing motions with your mouth. Your nose if you can. Moving our face muscles a little bit. And then let's lift the right foot and gently circle at the ankle. And reverse the circles. And then flex that foot and point. Flex, point, flex, and point, flex, and point, and release. Lift the left foot, and again circling gently at the ankle. And reverse the circles. And then flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. And relax both feet down. So since we started a little movement in the face, let's give our eyes a little bit of a stretch as well. So sitting up as tall as you can, and you can still be leaning back for this, but keep your neck long in the back, not just the front. And just moving your eyes up towards the ceiling and then down towards the floor. And repeating, just folding your eyes up and then down. One more time, all the way, way up as high as you can look. Down, all the way down as low as you can look. Good, and then come back looking straight ahead. Now moving your head, we'll go side to side with the eyes. So your eyes right and left, as far as you can move them. The muscles in the eyes. Good, and coming back to center. Now we're going to make some circles. So you can close your eyes for this, that's fine, but you're going to move like you were looking at the face of a clock. So start at the 12 and then gradually move through the numbers on the clock. Don't rush, just really try and move your eyes in as big a circle as you can make. Notice if your head wants to come along for the ride. And try and move just your eyes. You get back to the top, to the 12, bunch of reverse time. The other way, counterclockwise. And then pause when you get back to the 12. Let your gaze float down towards the floor, closing your eyes if they weren't already. Just taking a moment to let the eyes rest. And keeping your gaze down, just begin to open the eyes gently. And then let's all sit a little more upright. So you can always use your hands on the edges of the chair to help you wiggle forward, or if you find you're collapsing. So that gentle press down with the hands on the chair seat help you lift and lengthen the spine. So we want to maintain the natural curve in the low back, but we don't want to overly crunch that low back. So you want to think about engaging your core, tucking your tail slightly under, drawing your navel in a little bit, and then lifting up through the rib cage, like someone's trying to pick you up under your armpits, drawing your upper arm bones back, and letting the shoulder blades just slide down your back. Okay, moving into the knees. Now our knees can be tricky because those are only meant to flex and extend, right? They don't circle like the ankle. So when we work the knee joint, we want to keep the foot flexed. Okay, so flex your right foot and just feel how that engages the muscles in the calf. And that helps to protect the knee joint. Slight engagement of your core, maybe pressing your left foot into the floor, also will help just maintain that support. So let's slide the right heel back under the chair as far as it goes and extend out, keeping your thigh on the chair. So we just bend at the knee, flexing the leg, and then extend. Bend, extend, and bend, and extend. Let's do one more. This time, hold the leg extended, straight as you can, sitting tall as you can. Nice full breath in and out. And then gently relax. Bring the foot to the floor. Notice any difference in how the two sides feel. And then left leg. So flex the foot. Feel the calf muscles engage. And then gently slide the heel back under the chair. And from the knee, straighten the leg, extend out. Bend, extend, bend, and extend. And extend. Let's do one more. Bend, and this time hold the extension of the leg. Tall, feel your muscles working, breathe deeply. And relax. Bring that foot down. Rock a little bit, gently side to side. Feel the sitting bones at the bottom of your pelvis. And try and be centered on the two sitting bones. Moving into our hip joints. We're going to lift the right leg and see if you can interlace your fingers under that thigh. And rather than pulling the leg up, try to let your leg be heavy and drop into your hands. And then move that leg with your hands in easy circles. And gently reverse the circles. So we're lubricating that ball and socket joint of the hip. Back to center. We're going to flex the feet. Flex both of them. Left foot can stay on the floor. You're going to draw that right knee in towards your chest. You may want to switch the clasp of your hands if that's comfortable for you. Try to lift your chest and keep your shoulders back. Right? So rather than just collapsing into the back of the chair, belly hugs in, chest lifts up, shoulders hug back. Breathing here for a few breaths. And totally optional, you can extend that left leg out straight. So you really have to use the abdominal muscles to take that foot off the floor. Keep breathing deeply. If you need to release before I tell you, it's always okay. But let's all release. Bring both feet to the floor. Shake out your hands. Just wiggle your fingers for a moment. And let's do the other leg. So Left leg lifts, interlace under the thigh, and let the leg drop into your hands. Move the leg in easy circles. And then reverse the circles. Or that be in and up. If it's comfortable for you, switching the hands to the front of the shin or the knee, flex both feet. Notice if you've collapsed back around it. So try and lift your chest, draw your navel towards your spine, lifting up through the ribs, shoulder blades hugging back, both feet flexed. Breathing here, and optional if you want, adding the extension of your right leg out, but still sitting tall. So kind of pulling your leg against you to help you draw your shoulders back and lift your chest. A little deep breath in and out. So if you need to, before I tell you, I'm going to hold another breath or so. And then let's all release. Shake out your hands. Yes, shake out the wrists. Let's do a little flex and pointing with the hands. So flex one hand, point, and point the other. So kind of moving the wrists up and down. A little flutter kick with our hands. Good, and then shake out one more time. And breathe. Okay. Let's do a little stretch for the shoulders and arms. So bending your right elbow. Bring your elbow kind of facing in front of you, and then start to lift it as high as you can towards the ceiling. Try to keep your arm close to your ear, so your left hand can help support the right arm. Fingers are just gliding down your back or neck, and then with your left hand perhaps drawing the right elbow back as far as you're able to reach. Breathe into a stretch beneath your arm. And release. Other side, bending the left elbow, pointing it forward first, and then gradually lifting it towards the ceiling as high as you can. Right hand can draw the left elbow back a little farther. Just help support it to lift up. Breathe deeply. And gently release. Bring fingertips to the shoulders and make some circles with your elbows. Try reversing those circles. Let the arms relax down for a moment. Let's do a little bit for the upper arm, the deltoid muscles. So I'd like you to imagine, if you have weights of any kind at home, you can use those for this next exercise, but it's not necessary. I like to use just my body's own intensity. So let your arms come down at your sides and imagine you were trying to pull something up from the floor. So take it grasps, say there's some pulleys coming up from the floor and you're grasping them gently. Don't clench your fist, just grasping gently, but see if you can feel the muscles in your arms engage. Keeping that, we're going to reach the arms out to the side and then lower them down. So arms extending out to about shoulder height, lifting and lowering, but keeping that gentle engagement of the muscles. Muscles are hugging in, like you were trying to pull on something, but you're also stretching out long. Rubber bands pulling the arms out to the side. Let's Squeeze those rubber bands down to the floor. Do a few more of those. Start to feel this in your arms. 2 more. And gently release. Circle your shoulders. And then sit towards the front of your chair. We're going to extend the right leg out. Let the heel rest on the floor. And remembering that crease at the top of the thigh where it meets the hips, sit up really tall. Keep your left foot grounded. Really hinge forward just a little bit. So go gradually. Try not to round your spine or drop your head. Keep looking forward. And hopefully, as you tip forward a little, you'll start to feel some stretch in the back of that right leg. Just breathe into it. It happens quickly for some of you may go farther, but really resist that desire to round forward. It's the long spine, the hinging here, that's going to give you the stretch in the leg. Good, and then release. Let's do the other leg. Extending the left leg, heel on the floor, lifting up your chest, and hinging forward gently, just until you feel a stretch, and then just breathing. So we hold the pose, but not our breath. Invitation for the body to go a little deeper. Good, okay, let's come all the way back up, both feet grounded. We're going to open the right knee all the way out to the right. I also like to slide the hips a little to the left so that the right thigh is right along the front edge of the chair. Now, the tendency is to turn to that side, but we're not going to do that yet. We're going to keep facing forward. Keep your left foot anchored where it is, or see if you can straighten that leg by walking the foot out on a diagonal to the side and also a little forward. The sole of the foot should stay on the floor, and the foot is slightly pigeon-toed. Lift up through your chest, open. So you may want to even bring your right hand to that inner right thigh and let that help you lift up through the upper body and keep your chest open. So it may feel twisty through your middle here, okay? Let's inhale the arms out wide to the side, palms down. And then gently just turn your gaze, looking to the right for warrior 2. Breathe. Good. Bring your left hand to your waist or your hip. Turn your right palm up and stretch as far as you can with your upper body to the right. And then holding there, just bend your right elbow, rest your forearm on your thigh, hugging your arm against your leg, opening your chest even more towards the ceiling, keeping your head in line. You can look slightly up if that's comfortable, or just look directly forward. Left arm can stretch to the ceiling. Keep that shoulder down so you don't let it pull up towards your ear. And then you may want to experiment with bringing that left arm closer to your ear without the shoulder pulling up. Breathe into this stretch all the way down the left side of your body. And don't worry if your left leg isn't straight, doesn't matter, just foot can stay on the floor with the knee bent. Breathe. And then gently come all the way up. Walk your feet in, coming back to center, getting ready for the other side. Okay, so we're going to open the left leg to the side, but also slide the torso so your left thigh is at the front of the chair. Your right foot is bent, the knee is bent with the foot facing forward, or turning inward a little bit and walking that foot out on the head. Either way, trying to sit up really tall, so not letting yourself lean more heavily over to the left. Let's inhale the arms out wide, turn and gaze to the left. Think about reaching through the fingers, reaching back as much through the right hand as you're reaching through the left. And we're bringing your right hand to your hip or your thigh now. Turn the left palm up. Lengthen the whole upper body way out towards the left. Then bend the elbow, bring it onto your forearm, onto your thigh. Shoulders hug back. Chest opens even more towards the ceiling. Head stays in line. And then right arm can reach straight up. Or gradually bring the arm closer to your ear. If you bring the arm closer, don't let it get in front of your face. So keep imagining your shoulder blades sliding down your back, even as you're extending out through the fingers. Nice full breath. And then gently release. Walk feet back into center. Pause for a moment. Now we're going to turn our whole body to the side. So we're going to turn to the right, and you may want to rest your right forearm on the back of the chair. Scoot to the front edge again. This time we're going to keep facing right and let that left knee drop down towards the floor. So getting into the hip flexor, right at the top of the thigh where it connects to the pelvis, you may feel some stretch here. Right? So you're always welcome to just stay in this first stage of the pose. I invite you to try leaning forward a little bit and see if that allows you to slide or wiggle your left foot farther back, tucking the toes under and pressing the heel back behind you. See if you can straighten that leg a bit more. Then pause. Let your upper body round. Bow your head towards your front leg, pausing, taking a big breath into the back of your waist, and then gently rooting down through your tailbone as you try to lift your belly up off that front thigh and move it back. Then you let the rest of the torso lift to follow, lifting your chest, looking up. Breathe. Good. Optional, left arm can stretch out and up alongside your ear. Breathe here. And then gently bow forward. Relax the left leg, slide the foot in, and come back to center. Getting ready for the other side. So bring the left leg to the side, sliding the hips back, left forearm can rest on the chair, but turn your whole body to the side. Your right butt is kind of hanging off. You're going to relax that leg and let the knee drop towards the floor. Just sitting tall here, you may feel the stretch in that hip flexor. Breathe into it. And then see what happens if you lean a little forward. Maybe you can walk your right foot farther back. Tucking the toes under. Try to keep the heel vertical, so you don't want to let the ankle twist. As you've gone as far as you can, the toe is tucked under. See if you can press that right heel back. Now let your head bow here. Consciously bowing the head so in order to focus on breathing into the back of your waist. And then move down through both feet, draw the belly in and back, gradually curling up through the torso until the chest lifts. You can gaze up slightly. And if you want, right arm can reach out and up alongside your ear. As you hold here, breathe fully in and out. Feel the stretch in that hip flexor, front of that right thigh. And gently relax back forward a little. Relax the back leg. Slide that foot in. Come back to center. Take a couple of breaths. Just notice how your breath may change during the course of the class. So let's do lion pose. We warmed up our face earlier. Let's really stretch the muscles of the face. Okay. So 2 parts to this. The hands go from fingers spread to curled into fists, right? And then spread. The face scrunches up when the hands curl into fists. And on the exhalation, the eyes open wide, the tongue sticks out and down. Show your claws, and we roar. Somebody's still not muted because I hear somebody else's lion pose. So whatever that is, if you can mute yourself, clicking on that little microphone button, that would be helpful. Otherwise, we'll hear you roar with me. Okay, let's take a breath in between each line. We'll do 3 of them. So take a full breath in and let it out. Next, inhale, curl the fingers in, scrunch up your face really tight, and then big stretch. Exhale. And relax as you take a breath in and let it out. Second line, scrunching everything in. Exhale, stretch. Relax, full breath. Last line, curling the fingers, scrunching the face as you inhale. Exhale, big stretch. And let it go. And shake out your hands, circle your shoulders. And then your hands can just rest on your legs. Make some easy circles with your whole torso. And then reverse the circles. And coming back to center. Get ready to come up on our feet and do some standing poses if you're able to. We'll use the chair for balance. So this is both strengthening and good for balance. So I like to slide towards the front of the chair in preparation for coming to stand and walk my feet back a little farther so they're more under the thighs rather than the knees. Notice what happens if you rock forward. Right? And the tendency when you lean forward is to round the back. But we want to shift the weight into the legs without collapsing through the back. So keep your shoulders back, keep your gaze forward. Feel the muscles of your thighs engage as you press into your feet. And when you feel ready, come up to stand, hold the chair if you need to, but make your way up to stand and come behind your chair. I'll adjust my monitor so you see my head. And I'm going to move my chair off to the side. Good. Now, if you have a wall nearby, you can use the wall to give you some feedback on this next stretch that we do. So I'm going to back up because I have a wall behind me till I'm about 12 to 18 feet away from the wall. Feet are slightly apart and parallel. We're going to come into chair pose. So you feel the wall behind you, right? You know it's there. And as you bend your knees, try to tip your hips back until your buttocks lightly touches the wall. So try not to lean into it, but lightly touch it, belly hugging in. Okay? And then try stretching your arms out to the side. So somewhat a semi-supported chair pose. Then we're going to add a twist. So bring your hands to your thighs. Bring your left forearm horizontal, leaning into your legs, but try to keep both sit bones against the wall, just lightly. Right hand to your waist and twist to the right. and then come back to center, switch sides. Of course, you can do this without the wall, but the wall gives you some feedback so that you're not turning your lower body. Let's twist to the left, shoulder back, keeping the spine long, rounding here. Good, come back to center. Now, if you're against the wall, you can lean back and just let your hands relax, let your arms just dangle. You can nod your head up and down like you were saying yes, and then side to side like you were saying no. And slowly curl yourself up and walk the feet towards each other. I'm going to come and stand alongside my chair, but you have your chair in front of you. You're welcome to keep one or both hands on your chair at all times, just for the sake of balance. Okay? So today we're going to lift, bring your weight into your left leg, lift the right foot, and open it. Just pivot on the ball of the foot, getting ready for tree pose. So standing tall here, and just feel any wobbling while your right foot is still on the floor. And then you can bring the sole of the right foot, if you don't have your shoes on, up onto your left calf. And keep your hips pointing forward, keep looking out in front of you, and of course, keep breathing. So just feel the strength that you need in that left leg to stand on one leg. Good, and then let's release this side. Take a moment to stand balanced on two legs. And we'll do the other side. So weight is on the right leg, but you're not tipping to the side. So you're drawing in and up through your core, bending the left knee, gently open the leg to the side, but keep your hips facing forward. Breathing here, just feeling the shift that happens simply by having most of your weight on your right leg. And then lift the left foot if you can, bringing the sole of the foot alongside the right calf. Lift through the chest, shoulders stay back, head stays upright. And focus your gaze someplace out in front of you. You could play with lifting one or both hands off your chair. Breathe. Good, and gently release. Come back to stand on 2 feet. You can take the feet a little wider and make some easy circles with your hips. And then reverse. Good. Coming back to center. Let's get ready now for a triangle pose. So we're going to you're facing forward with your chair. So you're just going to walk your feet out to the side. Bend your knees a little bit. Tip your butt back slightly. That'll just help you with balance. And once you've gotten your feet as wide as you can take them, turn your left foot so it's straight pointing forward and turn your right leg out 90 degrees. Notice how your body wants to follow that right leg, but instead, let's lift up through the torso and open your chest towards your chair facing the screen. Hug your legs. Imagine you were trying to pull your feet towards each other without them moving. Should engage some of the muscles in the inner legs. Let's inhale, one or both arms out to the side. So if you need to keep one hand on the chair, that's fine. We're going to tip the hips over to the left as we stretch the upper body to the right. Reach way to the side as far as you can. And then without collapsing that right side, just gently bring your right hand to your leg. Left hand can stay on your chair. If you feel steady, left arm can reach for the sky. Triangle pose. Breathe here. Good, and gently coming up, switch the feet. Right foot facing forward, left leg turning out. Open the chest towards the screen, towards your chair. Lift up through your chest. Keep a hand on the chair if you need to. And for this side, I would say keep your right hand on the chair so you can really lengthen all the way out through your left arm. Tip your hips to the right and stretch your upper body way to the side. Reach as far as you can. When you can't go any farther, bring that right hand down, resting on your leg. Open the chest, shoulders back, head staying in line, and right arm can reach for the sky. Breathe. Good, and then gently come all the way up. Turn both feet parallel. Bend the knees a little bit and just gently shift your weight side to side. Good. Walk your feet in towards each other. And then I'm going to turn to the side to show you what we're doing. You're facing your chair, so you're looking straight ahead. I'm going to turn this way. Okay. So we're going to do a downward dog variation using the chair. We're going to walk our feet back. Feet are slightly apart. Try to keep them parallel. Walk your feet as far as you can away from the chair. So your arms are stretched straight, and then try to tip your pelvis back and up as you extend your chest forward. So the goal here is to really lengthen from your tailbone to the crown of your head without rounding the back, without dropping your head. Think of lifting your armpits up away from the floor, melting your chest a little bit towards the floor. If this is too strenuous for your legs, let your knees bend a little bit. So what we really want to get is that long stretch of the spine here. And breathe. Good, and then bend both knees. Take a big step forward with your right foot, lifting the left heel. Bringing you into a lunge position. Lift your chest, root down through your tailbone and breathe. Good, and then we're going to step back. So you're going to step your right foot back, bend the knees a little bit, shift your hips back, and then other side. So bend both knees, look towards your chair, big step forward with your left foot, back heel lifts, lift your chest. Long, high lunge here, breathing deeply. Good, and then stepping back with the left foot once again. So as you shift back, bend both knees, tip your hips way back, stretch your chest forward. And then gently walk in towards your chair. Once you get all the way in, move down through the feet, take a big breath, stretch the arms out and up. And exhale, float the arms out and down and make your way back to your chair. So have a seat once again. And you're welcome to slide back in the chair and let your feet relax. So I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you and just take some easy breaths, just letting your body release. Let the chair support you. Try to let go of all the muscles in your body, all the effort that you put into the practice, just let go. Nothing to do. Nothing to achieve. Letting yourself receive the benefits of the practice by allowing your breath to slow down, circulating prana, the life force throughout your body. You might feel some gentle tingling in your fingers or your toes. Just turning your awareness inside. See if there's any little movements that your body would like to make to conclude our practice, to kind of reawaken with awareness from that letting go place. You can circle your shoulders, move your hands and wrists, feet and ankles, and gradually come to sit more upright. So get your feet planted, sliding a little forward on the chair so that you're using the natural curves of the spine to support your body, lifting up through the chest, shoulders back. And then gently, palms come together in front of your heart. And let's chant the sound of Om together to close our practice. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to turn off the recording and you're welcome to share any thoughts or ask